You know, I wondered if the Jets were going to come out flat against the Cleveland Browns after the Sauce Gardner and Quinnen Williams trade earlier in the week. But one dude who really showed out and stood out on tape and even received a game ball for balling out is Will McDonald. 9 pressures on 38 pass rushes. 5 of those came in under 2.5 seconds, which is the most quick pressures in the game in his career. And he also finished with a career high 4 sacks. And now, because of that 4-sack game, he accounts for 43.8% of the Jets' total sacks this season. Let's break down McDonald's pay me game and this week's Gang Green post-game breakdown. All right, let's get to it because I didn't get a breakdown last week. Sorry, guys, I had going out to Germany, but we are back. Will McDonald, take a bow. What you're going to see, what this dude put on tape the entire game. Speed, quickness, agility, strength. There's a reason why they're freeing up that money with Sauce Gardner and Quinnen Williams and going to put it in Will McDonald and Jermaine Johnson. We watched the sack here. Let's do a quick breakdown, and then we'll go to a tight. I always think when we're watching the trenches, it's better to watch the tight. And I just watch it because the wide, because obviously the receiver and me. Plus, I get to see like why someone did or didn't have time. What the concept was like, the coverage on the back end, what they did with different blitzes, that sort of thing. But right here, watching Will McDonald, they're running some sort of TE stunt over there with Jermaine Johnson, to where when you see it, the way this man goes from a 9 technique to the backside A gap. It's absolutely brilliant, greatly drawn up by Steve Wilkes. Make sure I give him credit there. But Will McDonald here he's kind of the force player on there. He actually gets pushed into the sack. But watch how he's able to use his quickness and his strength to still beat this left side. You see Jermaine Johnson here, Michael Clemens here, what they're going to do. Clemens and this D tackle here, D tackle's gonna cross face to the center, slam into the guard. They're running the TE here, TE, but he's looping, and he's looping hard all the way into this backside A gap. McDonald has contained here. You have a left-handed quarterback. Usually when they feel that pressure, they're gonna want to get out to the outside, or when you see that pressure, he's gonna want to try and spill out or get out, break contain to this left side. Dylan Gabriel has no shot against Will McDonald here. Boom. You see how he's able to, just watch the moves here. Watch what he's able to do and set this tackle up with a 3-step. 1, 2, 3, kind of a hezzy step like we receivers use to get off the line. You too big. You too big to be this fast and this quick. And then he uses the hands here. You can see him use the hands to create the separation. He has this tackle in an upright position, and this tackle can get no force because he has no heel. His frame, this kid is off the ground. He has this kid off the ground right now. Will McDonald can do anything he wants. And he uses the rush, and he gets put. Not only does he get pushed by the guard on the double team, but he keeps his feet to make the sack. It's just, this is what you call being an athlete. Watch this one more time so we can move on to the next play. I don't want to get too redundant, but watch how he comes off the ball. The 1, 2, 3, and then he's absolutely bull rushing that tackle back into the quarterback, gets pushed into the quarterback for that sack. That's just applying a pressure here. This is the one where I really love the 1, 2, 3 step. That hesitation step that we receivers run. Let's watch it. All right, here he is. 1, 2, 3. Gets arms on and he retracts right into the tackle, right into the sack. Again, things he put on tape this game. This goes to show he's going to get paid. You have to pay this man. You've got the overload to this right side with the wide technique by Jermaine Johnson and Quincy, who is kind of tucked into this B gap here. Doesn't look like he's blitzing, but Will McDonald has the one-on-one. And let's see if you win the one-on-one. 1, 2, 3, gets hands on, retracts his steps. And you just don't see too many big guys. There's only a handful of these edge rushers, these athletic edge rushers who are moving like basketball players on the outside. Watch the 1, the 2 to set him up. Now this tackle has overset to his right side. And now this third step here to be explosive and get 2 hands in the breastplate before the tackle is able to get hands on. It's just the same. He looks like a receiver that is being physical on the line of scrimmage with a corner or a defensive back. That's what that looks like here. 2, 3, dips underneath, retracts his steps, and he's able to get the sack. This kid, the things he put on tape this game this is a pay me game. There's a reason why it's a pay me game, because he doesn't just line up to the right side. Here he is tucked into a traditional defensive tackle position. Here he is to the inside. Steve Wilkes doing some funky stuff. And just look at the athleticism for him to beat the right guard the way he does with the spin move. You see Brian Burns do that. You see Kayvon Thibodeau. You see some of the top pass rushers, TJ Watts, Myles Garrett, and those guys. These guys, anytime they get on a guard, they always outbeat them. I like to say they outbeat them with athleticism, because it's one thing for a tackle who usually played basketball or something back in the day. Tackles, they're athletic on that edge. They have to be. But these guards, they're not used to the speed and the athleticism as these edge rushers that are now this new age of edge rushers that's coming off, especially when they get and they put all 4 on the ground. They put 2 hands, 2 feet into the ground. They're in the 4-point stance. Things usually happen faster when you're lined up against the guard, because there's less space here in the trenches when you're tucked into the defensive tackle position. Watch the spin move, though. We'll watch it one more time here, and then we'll go to the tight. Oh, my gosh. Like, imagine watching that. Imagine watching this on tape from both sides of this. One, as a defensive back, and you're like, this is what I have, getting after the quarterback. 2, as the D-line, when you're like, yo, we not only did we punch the clock today, everybody eats. They made the Browns offensive line and Dylan Gabriel just looked like they didn't know what was going on. Here we go. Lined up. Watch the spin move. Beats him to the inside. Let's check the handwork. And it's not just his raw athleticism. This guy is coming into his own as one of the most not talked about or underrated pass rushers in the NFL, and Will McDonald. Sets him up again. He looks like a receiver trying to run a route, setting him up, attacking the leverage towards this outside. To him, it's his left side. To this guard, it's the right shoulder. Attacking him there, getting him to overset. Right now, he's leaning so much into this right leg. You can see this left foot has 0 base. So he's setting him up with the overstep or the hezi step, whatever they call it these days, when it comes to setting someone off the line. Will McDonald's left foot goes into the ground. Now, it's not just the feet work that wins. It's the hand work, the hand placement, the hand fight in the trenches that slaps both of the hands with the club wipe on the way to a spin move. En route of that spin move to the outside. What I can't see what number that is. What this D tackle does by forcing the issue to go and pull the protection in terms of this center and this guard frees up this A gap here. So he's freeing him up for him to run this inside, or you have a 2-way go when it comes to setting up this right guard. Beats him clean with the spin move. And now he's able to either, 1, draw the hold here, or 2, he's heavy with this left hand to finish the club wipe, to finish the wipe, and to get that hand down and off of him. Would probably, in the end of the world, if you want to say it's a 9.9 out of a 10, you would say, oh, you want to be a little bit cleaner, get the elbow, get that down. Absolutely not. You just beat him, keeps his base, gets low, keeps the base. While this guy's falling, he's able to redirect, get his right foot in the ground and redirect. That means he won the entire route. He had the upper advantage the entire route. Foot on the ground. And that's him playing with his inside foot to then cross over with the right, dive, make the sack. Come on, man. It's teach tape. That goes into an NFL sack teach tape. Last but not least, here he is again. It's left tackle. Man, they're going after him. One-on-one. It's just a bull rush. Pressure at the end of the game. And that's how you cap it off. From a 3-sack day, from a hat trick to the quad. 4 sacks on the day. Late in the game. They're rushing 4. You're having to keep a guy in the chip. Chudy's late. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What looks like 7 on top of 1, 2, 3 right now. Brendan Stevens is coming from the corner. Now, he's just winning with strength. Winning with strength. Strength and pocket collapse. You think his boys aren't excited that he's having the day that he's having? Bull rush. That's being a grown man right there. Everything about his day says I want to get paid. Everything about his day says I want to win this game. That's 2 in a row for the Jets. You can say it's against the Bengals and the Browns, but hey, in the NFL it's hard to win games. And there they go. Let's watch it one more time. So they're coming with the blitz. They're coming with Brendan Stevens off the edge. Will McDonald, in essence, has the one-on-one. We saw him win with the spin move. We saw him win with a 3-step. Get pressure with his hands. Or get leverage with his hands and retract. Now you get to see the bull rush. He pulled out the entire tool bag for this game. Get the sack. By that point, 68 wanted no parts. Absolutely no parts of that. This was fun to watch, especially when you talk about the Jets trying to take that step. Defense is getting a little bit better. They put 2 games in a row. Offensively, if they can continue to run the ball with Breece Hall and get something out of the quarterback position, then I think the Jets win. I mean, it's not saying much. I think the Jets could win 4 to 6 games total on the season. They've got 2 right now. So that's 2 to 4 games the Jets can get out of their last 9. All right, hope you all had fun watching the breakdown. See you guys next week.